Good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever in the world you may be. This evening I'm doing some more downsizing of my handbag collection, but there are 6 bags going out and there is 1 new one coming in. I know that might sound a bit strange, you know, why are you buying a bag when you're supposed to be downsizing, but all will become clear. There's a very good reason why. So, sorry, just looking at my notes. The heat yet again has addled my brain. However, only 1 week to go until the air conditioning is installed. Oh, and roll on. And also, after today's video, I will see you again on Sunday for the first day of Vlogmas. I'll be moving up into the main living room for Vlogmas for the simple reason that that is where the air conditioning unit is going, so that is where I want to be. And also, you know, it'll be a bit different. I mean, it's more more homely. Yeah, you know, it's different. It's a change, isn't it? Beats looking at this unpainted wall behind me. Hopefully, when I get back down here after Vlogmas and when the weather has cooled down a bit, this painting situation will have been sorted out. Anyway, I digress as always. On Tuesday, I went to the dentist and I decided to use this bag because, you know, I'm doing the use it or lose it thing, so I bought this bag from Fashion File. I don't know, it must have been nearly 2 years ago because the exchange rate between the Aussie dollar and the US dollar was a lot better than it is now. I certainly wouldn't buy anything from Fashion File at the moment because a US dollar costs us about $2 Australian, and then you've got customs and duties on top of that, etc., etc. So, you know. Anyway, this is it, the Business Affinity. This one's a little bit different because most of them, like this little one here, have the quilting on the flap. Oops, let's put that one down. And the plain leather underneath. And again, quilting on the back. And this one is plain on the back, but the quilting is here on the pocket. And it's just a great size, this, you know. Just when you're going out for a couple of hours, it's pretty perfect. My phone fits exactly in that pocket, just so well. However, I was going to take this one. I don't know if you remember goodness, well, not in the last video, but the video before that, which I'll put up here, you know, about letting more of my Chanel bags go and about the changes to my channel. I had said that I was keeping that because it was a sort of a replacement for the top handle. You know, the mini rectangular black top handle in lambskin. And so I thought, I'll use this one. But it wasn't big enough. I mean, it really was not big enough. I couldn't even get the bare essentials in there. The main problem with these smaller bags is that I can't get my sunnies in there. And particularly in summer in Australia, sunnies are essential. I mean, I use them all year round anyway, but, you know. So I thought, okay, that one's too small, so I'll use the blue one, which is the medium size. And I thought, okay, if this is too small, I'm not going to use it. I should lose it. And I thought, it's a shame really, because I like having examples of both, you know, the one with the, whoops, wrong way around. You know, the one with the plain plain leather and the quilting underneath and the quilting on there and the plain underneath. And as luck would have it, I found something which I will show you very soon. I've decided to sell the ones that are going. They're not all Chanel bags, there are 3, maybe 4. The Bottega Veneta Andiamo clutch in Cognac is going, and I also tried to put some of my things in this bag the other day, and I realised why I haven't used it. It's very slim. Do you see what I mean? There's no, there's no depth to it. It's not like, hold on a moment. It's not like the Savette pochette where you've got, you've got a good depth there, so you can get sunnies in, all those sort of basic essentials. But in this one, you just can't. I mean, there is, oops, let me take out the, I've got her stuffed and ready to go because she's going to the consignment store tomorrow. You see there's space for cards at the back, 6 cards, but, and you really can't sort of, stretch it out like that. Because if you do, you can't do it up. So, this one is going. Although, I love this. I love the leather on this bag. I love the style of it. But from a practical point of view, I can't use it. It's just, it's not the right size for me, so it's going. And that is going to be mailed off to a consignment store tomorrow. So, that's the first one. I was debating last time you saw me, I think, about these 2 bags. The Chanel Mini Rectangular and the Celine Claude in denim with silver hardware. And I was just trying to think of who left that comment. I'm really sorry, but I've totally drawn a blank. I just can't remember who left a comment, but somebody said, no, don't sell the Celine. Tears. Oh, and I thought, I can't do it then. And really, I can't, because this is probably the smallest bag that I've got. But it's a carefree bag. You know what I mean? It's not going to scratch. Well, the hardware might, but it's not leather, it's denim. And it's, hold on, let me zoom you out a bit. So I can get my phone in there and a couple of essentials. And I went to such great lengths to get this bag. I do think it would be a regret if I sold it, and I don't have any regrets at all about any of the bags that I've ever sold, because I do tend to dwell on them for a while, not dwell on the decision of whether they should go or not, because they cost a lot of money, and sometimes you get your money back. It depends, how long you've had the bag, how many price increases there have been, etc., etc. But certainly with this one, I would get nowhere near the amount of money that I paid for it. And I just love it too much. I really do. And I'm going to try and use her. I really will. Next time we go out for the evening, she's coming with me. Which brings me to this one. Now, as I said last time, well, in the last video, I've got a set of clips to do the shortening thing, you know, so the chain can be shorter, but it's the size again. But she does fit a phone. Now this is one of the 6 that I've got on my list to let go of. But I don't know. I love the iridescent purple. I'd never be able to replace her. And it's just a case of, you know, if she's going to stay, she needs to be useful. So I might use her once and see how it goes, because I'm sort of iffy. So the 6 bags might become 5, but it's still not bad. 5 out, 1 in. By the way, if any of you are looking at this dress and thinking, isn't that one of the dresses you were going to donate? It is. But it was one that, as I was folding them all up and putting them in the box, I held this one up and I thought, you know, the sleeves are a little bit on the short side, but I tried it on. It's just a really comfortable dress. So, you know, I've got to get over this skin thing. You know, I mean, I'm old. Your skin changes, it happens. I should just get over it and get on with it. So, anyway, the next one that is going, and this is a bag that I've had for, well, a bag, it's debatable. I've had this for some time, never used her. I bought her for the beautiful colour. She's still got her felt on. Let me take the felt off. Now the problem with this one is I can't do the trick with the clips. Because it just makes it too bulky underneath here. And this is a boy walk with gold hardware, chevron. It's absolutely stunning. I mean, she's a gorgeous bag. Whoops, wrong way. Don't worry, I'll get my driver's license one day. Right, that's as far as it goes. Okay, so there she is, and on the shoulder she's too long, and I mean, what could I get in there? You know, I know some people love woks and can just, you know, go out with hardly anything. But I really need a bag that I can put my sunnies in. I mean, apart from the sun being very fierce here in Australia, I spent so many years backstage in a theatre in the dark that my eyes are very light sensitive, so I do tend to wear sunnies all year round. And also, I just think this bag deserves to be used. So she's going off to a consignment store, and I should be sorry to see her go, but you know, at the end of the day, what is the point in keeping her? I mean, you know, I put the felt back on her. She goes back in it's one of those lovely dust bags. I love the dust bags that woks have. It's beautiful. It's in that lovely plush fabric. And she's got everything, receipts, all the accoutrements. So I'm hoping she's going to go to a good home. Oops, sorry about the rattling of chains. Dear, Ebenezer Scrooge. I feel Vlogmas coming on. Okay, so the next bag, and this one you saw me unbox on my channel only about 3 months ago, 3.5 months. I'll put the video up there and you can see me unboxing her. I've been wanting one of these for ages, and it was just that sort of collector in me. Wanted one of these to sort of complete the set, but she's never been used, and again, it is another Chanel Walk, and she really is beautiful. She's absolutely in pristine condition. But apart from it being too small, the strap drop is incredibly long. It's all about lightening the load, you know, not having so many things to feel responsible for. And although I only bought this, because it's 3.5 months ago, she's going, because I won't use her, and she is literally just sat in the box from the day I got her, which is a bit silly. Now, another one which you've also seen me unbox, not a Chanel this time, is the Tod's bag that I unboxed about 4.5 months ago, possibly longer, I can't remember. I'll put the video up here. It was when I bought that beautiful shawl from Pelagona. God, I love that shawl, it is absolutely stunning. And it's the Tod's dye, what's it called now? Tod's dye bag reverse flap in leather, small, off-white. And it's the off-white. You see, I don't know what the colour's coming across as really, because sometimes the colour isn't, you know, a true representation, you know, on camera, but it just, to me, every time I try and wear it with something, the bag looks dirty. Do you know what I mean? It's a dirty sort of cream. And I just can't be doing with it. I really can't. I picked it up so many times to try and use it. I love the bag. I mean, if it wasn't for the colour, I would have used it, definitely. I love the shape, I love the whole east-west thing, very into that. It's got a shoulder strap, magnetic dot for opening, double zips. I like the arrangement with the zips, you know, inside here. Very secure bag. You know, it's the sort of bag that you can take into the city and not have to bother about too much, you know, as far as safety goes, etc. But it's the colour. So she's going. And of course, there's also coming back to this one. This is on the chopping block. And funnily enough, when was it? It's last weekend. I was looking on the website of a consignment store that I use fairly regularly. They're brilliant people to deal with. The description of the bags is always absolutely 100% correct. I mean, you know exactly what you're getting. And let me show you what I got. I need to move. I need to make a bit of space. Right, so I've just taken the plastic off. I didn't want to leave you watching for too long while I go through the motions of unboxing to the nth degree. And there she is. And the boxes that they use to put the Chanel boxes in are really sturdy. I mean, there's no way that these boxes are ever going to get crushed in transit, and it's often an issue here. I mean, this just comes from Melbourne, so it's, you know, not as bad as coming from overseas, but, you know, if I buy something from Europe, particularly, and it's got to travel halfway around the world, and companies that you're buying from know that how far it's going. Parcels are thrown around, you know, people don't sort of, you know, lift them very carefully, and, you know, I mean, obviously people have got thousands of parcels to deal with every day, and, you know, understandably, they're going to get a bit of rough treatment. And sometimes the boxes are so not suitable, you know, for travelling 12,500 miles round to the other side of the world. Right, so this is the new acquisition. I will say that one thing about buying new bags, if I do, I mean this isn't new, this is pre-loved, is that I'm definitely not going to repeat buy. You know, I'm not going to get a bag and go, oh wow, I love this one, I'll get it in that colour, this colour and the other one. I'm going to stop doing that totally. If I've got one bag in one colour, that's it. Okay. So she comes with a certificate of authenticity, paperwork. I don't know how I can hold this up to show you, but there's nothing nicer than unboxing a Chanel bag. There she is. Right, I mean, you've probably got a good idea what this is anyway. But there she is. She is just beautiful. Oh goodness. She's so lovely. I think the condition was, I can't remember now because I'm too excited. I'm like a child in a sweet shop, honestly. What was I saying? You see what I mean? I'm just totally... Ah, she is fabulous. What was I saying? Yes, condition. I think she was either 9.8 or 9.9. I think there was just... it was just supposed to be a small dent underneath the flap, which... oh goodness, they must have better eyesight than me. I can't actually... oh, there's a tiny mark there that will buff out. Anyway, this one is to replace the little one because they're identical, except this one is the medium size and this one is the small or mini. This is the one that was too small when I went to use it the other day and ended up using the blue one instead. So she's going, and she is absolutely staying. And having said I won't get the same bag in different colours, these are really two iterations of the same bag. I mean, the fact that this has the plain flap and the quilting underneath, and this has got the quilting on the flap plain underneath, to me makes them different bags. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, I'm absolutely covered in bits. Oh, goodness, honest, I get in such a mess. I don't know where it all comes from. I attract bits and dust and everything. Gorgeous hardware. Lovely champagne gold. Love the little top handle. Great pocket on the back. Corners are good. Feet on the bottom. She's just lovely. Oops, I'm doing her up. I'll take the stuffing out. And there she is. See these, you see the press studs at the side that you can do up if you want to, but I usually leave them undone. It's easier to get things in and out. The zip pocket at the back, just there. It's got the authenticity card in. I can't even remember what year she is. Oh, the plastic is still on the zip pull here. Then there's a little slip pocket here at the front. These zip pulls here actually have the plastic on the still. And this is a really handy pocket. Oh, nice smooth zip. Handy size pocket there. And I just couldn't believe how perfect it was, because I was disappointed, you know, when I found out that the small or the mini was too small to use, because I really like the black one. I like the blue one as well, but you know I like black bags. And I thought, oh goodness, what a shame, you know, I'm going to have to sell her, and there she goes. And I'll miss her. And then I found this one. I mean, it was fate. It was just, you know, it was meant to be. So all I'm doing really is just swapping a small one for a medium one. Now, these are long on the shoulder as well, but the way I like to carry these is like this. And it's really easy because you've got the strap at the top there, and you can just hold that with the top handle. Gorgeous. She is in amazing condition. The people who run MEA, really, they have never disappointed me. I've bought quite a few bags off them, although this is the first one for a while. And they're just always packed beautifully, described perfectly. Just, oh, I love it to pieces. I do know that, particularly Chanel, which is my real weakness, like immediately as soon as I saw that, it was just straight in the basket, check out, yes please, thank you very much. It took me about 2 minutes, done. I do know that if I see a Chanel in really good condition, and I only ever buy them in really good condition, that I haven't got that I'd really like, I'll probably buy it. I mean, you know, clearing things out doesn't mean that you can't buy anything else, does it? Maybe it should. Let me know what you think in the comments down under. I love reading your comments, and you know, a lot of the time you just, you know, what other people say helps you understand a problem that you've got. Do you know what I mean? People look at it from a different angle, they're more objective about things, whereas I'm too subjective. And yeah, sometimes you guys are such a help, you know. And particularly talking of help, where's the bag that, Where has she gone? Ah, she's right, she's down here. Oops. Carefully putting the new addition to the family down. This one. I asked for your opinions about this bag, and the majority was, you know, why don't you use it? I mean, that's what it's made for. And you're absolutely right. And I think once I've used a bag once, I'm okay. It's like this blue one, although this isn't quite as sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Do you know what I mean? This needs a bit more careful handling, whereas this one is a pretty robust bag. But the one thing I love about this Alma is she is so light. The bag weighs nothing. It weighs absolutely nothing, which is great. I mean, I really do love light bags. And so take the, where's her? Right. I obviously have her strap elsewhere. Right, so this was her box, so I'm hoping, excuse me, everything is here. There's a little clochette and the shoulder strap, which I've never put on the bag, so I've no idea what the drop length is going to be. There's a little padlock, a little dust bag with the key. Right, so making a huge mess everywhere, as always. Yes, I've never ever put this on her. Isn't that weird? Okay, so the drop is very long, and what I really don't like is this sort of, this side doesn't pull the handle up, but for some reason this side does. It's when it's on the shoulder, it does that. You see what I mean? That one lays flat and this one doesn't. Right, that might be the nail in the proverbial wooden box, because I do like the option of carrying a bag on the shoulder. I mean, even if the drop's a bit long, you know, like with this one, you know, the new Business Affinity, well, new to me anyway. You know, I'll hand carry her, but, you know, if I go into a shop and want to look at things, I can just stick her on the shoulder and it's fine. It doesn't matter if the drop's a bit long. But I just don't like this arrangement. Do you know what I mean? It's really... Right, she's going. So, another one bites the dust. Don't worry, I won't start singing it. I nearly did, because the tune instantly popped into my head, and I don't do that, Kaz. No. I'll try not to during Vlogmas as well. I was thinking of Christmas carols, and then I thought, no, don't do it, Kaz. She really should be used. I mean, bags are meant to be used, and she needs a new home. So that's actually, how many is that? There are the 2 Woks, the Todd's bag, the small Business Affinity. This one is 5. Oh, and the Bottega, 6. And I was sort of to-ing and fro-ing about the mini rectangular, but I think I'm going to keep her, try her out once and see how she goes. But I think this is going, and I think what I'll do is whatever this bag sells for, I'll buy a piece of Fornasetti porcelain or something with it, because I do love Fornasetti. Right, so that is me done for the day, and I'd just like to say for Vlogmas I won't be doing long videos like this, they're going to be fairly short. But we start on the Sunday, every other day until, I think the last day is the 23rd of December, or is it the 24th? One or the other. Sorry, it's very late and my brain is very addled. It's the heat and old age as well, that too. Yeah, and then I'm going to take a break between Christmas and New Year, and then we'll be back to the normal schedule, well, the new schedule of Wednesday and Friday. And I hope that's working out for you guys, because it was lovely, really so lovely this week to be able to spend the long weekend with him indoors. It's just, you know, time with loved ones is, you can't put a price on it, can you? It is just the most precious thing. It really is. So on that note, I will thank you all for watching. I will see you on Sunday, hopefully. À bientôt, mes amis. Au revoir et bonsoir. And the main problem with these smaller blags, did I just say blags? But from a practical point, sorry, we'll try that again, Scott. It's to do the, you know, the shortening trick with the